2020, man, this year has been, it's one for the record books. It's definitely supposed to be a year that I was looking forward to. It was supposed to be the greatest year of my life. I was supposed to get married this year. 2020 was full of so much hope and so much. I was excited. I was excited to start this year. This year for me has been full of so much instability, so much anxiety. I had a brief period of time where I was incredibly depressed. Things were just rough. Not knowing what's going on in the world and the whole pandemic and all of this stuff really, I think took everybody by surprise. But for me, it was definitely just something that I never could have seen coming, never could have predicted, like any of us. How would you? It was the complete opposite of what I expected everything to be. But on the other hand, I then had such an amazing year. And I think that's kind of the goal, is taking all the negatives and turning it into a positive. The goal is to be able to make the best of shitty situations and to be able to come out better and stronger through adversity and just times of questioning and sadness, and just to be able to continue marching forward in your life no matter what life throws at you. Usually it's just personal things that get thrown at you. And I'm very, very lucky that nobody this year, for my immediate close circle, everyone's been able to see the end of 2020. And I'm so grateful for that. With how many people we lost this year, just due to the pandemic, on top of how many people we lose just in general, I am grateful. All the people I love and care about are still here, and that's definitely something to be able to be proud of and happy about. Like, it's just, oh man, what a strange year. It is crazy to me to think that January 1st, Nancy and I were in Las Vegas. One, celebrating our anniversary. December 31st is our anniversary. But two, we were in Las Vegas with tens of thousands of people celebrating the new year on the street, intermingling. We met people from Germany, and we spent hours with them after the fireworks celebration downtown, and we were just hanging out with just random strangers and people that now I can't even imagine doing something like that, to be comfortable enough to sit down with a stranger, which of course CDC says that we're not supposed to be doing so. But it's been so long since we've been able to do something like that it just feels so far away. It seems like a distant reality. But we got to just have such a great time in Las Vegas, and that was such a solid way to start the year. We were like, we're getting married this year, and we were super excited. And to start off the year, man, I had so many big plans and so many things, trips and things that I wanted to do, and just things that we had scheduled. I was able to go to Canada for my first time. Steven and I went up to Vancouver on a little snowboarding trip, spent a few days up in Canada, and just, had a great time. That was another time where we're just talking with strangers and we're just hanging out, eating a ton of food, and went snowboarding and got to enjoy our time. And that was such a good trip. And I'm so glad that I actually got to do that, of course, before borders got shut down and we weren't allowed up there. And then shortly after that, Nancy and I got our very own first apartment, where we moved from living with Heather, Steven, and Ashley and the kids to now Nancy, James, and I are getting our own place. That was February of 2020, and that was such a huge personal step for us. And we were just getting settled into our apartment, and then my birthday rolled around, March 8th. That day is so special to me because I got to spend it with so many. The night before, I got to spend having a birthday dinner with my family and just be able to enjoy time with my family. And then the next day I had so many of my friends come out, and we all went to an XFL game and just tailgated and barbecued and drank and just had such a good freaking time. And then the world stopped. My birthday, March 8th, is the first day that California reported its very first round of COVID testing. I remember that day joking about, hey, everyone, thanks for risking COVID for coming out to my birthday. And it didn't seem like that big of a deal, but that week is when everything went on lockdown and things got shut down, and they were talking about social distancing and staying away from people, and to be able to at least enjoy my birthday on such a special day. Like, I typically don't do much for my birthday other than have dinner with family and friends and stuff like that, and to be able to go out and have so many people show up, like, I'm gonna remember that 34th birthday for the rest of my life. And then it was just not too long later, the pandemic was kind of kind of getting started. It wasn't anything crazy, but it was kind of getting started, and Nancy and I came out to Nashville to come look at property. And we kind of went all around Nashville and was just checking out different houses and stuff like that and just enjoying that trip. No, that was actually before my birthday. That was February, so a month before my birthday. So that's why I don't remember social distancing. A month before my birthday, we went to Nashville, went house hunting, then my birthday happened. And then we started quarantine, staying away from people, and we spent, it was like 55 days or close to 60 days or something like that. Nancy, James, and I just spent so much time just in the house. And I think that was kind of during the time where depression started to set in, and confusion and being scared, and we posted just inconsistent videos, just sitting on our couch, chit-chatting with you guys. And 2020 has been great in the sense of I've gotten to really get to know you guys and spend time with you guys and shoot comments back and forth, and it's been such a pleasure having you guys join me here on the channel for all the videos that I post. And I know 2020 was a strange year for all of us, so for me to be able to share my life with you guys and share my experiences and grow with you guys has just been so damn special. And then somewhere in the middle of that, we got Nashi, our little Nashi boy. We ended up getting a pup, a little quarantine pup, and he is 100% a quarantine pup. He is needy as shit because he's just so used to us always being around. And that's been, a challenge. Having an animal is definitely challenging, and it definitely brings some stresses, but it's been a wonderful, wonderful time having a pup in the house. And he's such a good boy. Like, we love having him. We stayed home, and then we ended up making a road trip to Nashville because we found a house. And James, Nancy, I, Nashi, we all drove from Los Angeles to Nashville to come check this place out. And that was crazy. We were in the midst of social distancing and wearing masks and dealing with this pandemic and terrible news happening absolutely everywhere, and having to stop at gas stations and wear gloves, which I still do today, and wearing your mask everywhere and get hotel rooms and just hope that they're clean and sanitary. But we came all the way out here and we all fell in love with this house. And in the 2020 cards, I never expected this to happen. It was a 5-year plan. It was a goal in mind. It was something that we had been talking about for a few years, something that I had been wanting to do for the past decade of my life, and it was just something that I didn't think was gonna be a reality or something that would actually happen. And then it ended up happening. So we found our house, and 2020 I became a homeowner. That's something that I never could have said in California. It's not possible out there for me. And to be able to find our house and go, wow, we could actually own this home was super exciting. And that brought so much positivity to 2020 that it really boosted our spirits, I think. And then we've road tripped home after finding the house, and we really liked it. And then Nancy and I had to then fly from LA back to Nashville for like our 3rd time coming back to Nashville over the course of just a few months. And we signed our paperwork and we got the keys to the place, and this became home. And we ended up flying back to Los Angeles, and it was somewhere during that time where things just weren't working out, and we had to postpone our wedding, and we had to really take a look at what type of wedding do we want to have? We were getting so many reports of now there's no cocktail hour and there's no appetizers, and table seatings are gonna be different, and not being able to have as many people as we wanna have there. And we have such a small guest list to our wedding anyways, that how could you actually break down and remove people from that guest list? So we decided to postpone until 2021, and that was hard. It's still hard. It still makes us sad, but I think we made the right decision, and hopefully October 2021, things will be different in the world, and we can have the wedding that we wanted and want to have, and just be able to enjoy. And then we spent the next month and a half or so just getting ready to move. I mean, 2020 we got to enjoy so much, and yes, we put ourselves at risk. We put ourselves in danger of this pandemic, and I'm lucky to say now that we sit here that either one of us have not gotten COVID. I do have friends that have gotten COVID, but in our household, we have yet to have to deal with the actual virus that is known as coronavirus. But then we moved, and then we had Heather and Steven and Ashley and Lo come out and drive with us and help us haul everything that we own, all of our worldly possessions in just a couple of vehicles, and to drive it all the way out from LA to Nashville. Yet again, doing another road trip. We put on a lot of miles this year, but to come out here and actually move to Tennessee without being able to see family and not being able to just be able to see friends and say goodbyes. And then we spent quite a while getting settled into the house. I mean, we're still currently at this moment getting settled into the house. If you guys watched the last video, we still have boxes to unpack. I'm still working on the office. It's got nothing in it right now, and we're plugging away, getting settled in the house. And then we did a trip to a cabin up in Asheville, North Carolina for Nancy's birthday, and that was great. And then my mom came out for her birthday, and we went out to Georgia. We went to a concert in Georgia. We went downtown Nashville and just went and enjoyed her birthday and some quality time together. And then Nancy and I went down to Jacksonville and made the 10-hour drive down to Jacksonville for the AEW show, and that was a goddamn good time. And then we went to Gatlinburg. We got a cabin up in Gatlinburg. We just try to do as many social distancing things as possible. One, to keep our sanity, but two, to really give ourselves a sense of not being locked up. And then we had to make the decision to not do that anymore, just because cases are going crazy, and it's really defined how we operate in 2020. And then for the rest of 2020 into the foreseeable future, we have scratched and canceled every plan. And that's been from our Thanksgiving at home to our Christmas at home, and just being able to, get comfortable here at home, which is, we've got tons of work and tons of things that we have to do here and that we want to do here. So it really gives us that time to be able to do it. But man, 2020 has been so crazy and so strange. I am so grateful for you guys being here. I am so grateful that I got to share these experiences with you and kind of show what I'm doing with my life, and hopefully give you guys some ideas of like, man, I can go out on a hike, or I can go out on a lake, or I can go do something to be able to get out of the house. But then on the other hand, I was kind of setting a bad example going around it and going to do a lot of the things that we were doing and putting ourselves and my family in danger. 2020 is one that we're always going to look back on, and something that we're going to remember forever. I hope you guys have at least something positive that you guys could take away from 2020, and to be able to share all of these videos on this channel with you guys has just been it's brought me so much comfort. It gave me something to look forward to. So now 2021, I don't know what's coming up, I don't know what's next. All I know is I'm going to be here, and I hope that you guys will be too. Thank you so much for watching this one. Thank you so much for spending this year with me. Thank you for helping me get through all of this. Make sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. We can keep in contact there. Make sure to click that subscribe button if you have not done so already, because I'm getting really close to 5,600 subscribers. And it'd be cool maybe 2021 to hit that 6,000 mark. That'd be really cool. I'm hoping that we can do bigger and better things in 2021, and I hope the next year brings you guys a lot of joy, a lot of happiness, and I hope it's the opposite of what we've been doing. So it's gonna wrap it up. This is the final video of the year. I want to thank you guys so much. You guys are seriously the best. That's it. We'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.